Hey guys, it's Nija. So I just had this really cool download and it's weird, but it's about slavery. And I had this aha moment about why slavery happened in America, or why slavery happened in general, but specifically in America. And this is going to sound very esoteric. This is extremely esoteric. So if you can't think of it from this lens, then it's going to go way over your head and you might be offended. But Okay, so this is about slavery and this is about why it happened and why a certain race of species wanted it to happen, and it was to integrate the newer bloodline, which is the what is it called? Afarian? What is it called? Aryan, the new race of species, the Aryan race of species, okay, which is Caucasian. Um, to integrate them into, so if they're not species of this world or of this planet, it could be to integrate them into the regular bloodline, because through slavery, there was a lot of raping and interracial children and mixing and things of that nature. Without that experience, there's no other way that they would be able to have survived so long, the bloodline to survive so long, because it's not a bloodline of the earth realm. So it's the easiest way to keep it integrated into the earth realm. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. Yeah, because okay, so I got the download because I was thinking about melanin. Melanin is 666, right? Melanin feeds off of the sun. So people who are melanated, they do not turn red in the sun. They do not get harmed from the sun. Their cells are being charged by the sun, okay? But if you are, what is it called, melanin deficient, or you do not have any melanin in your body, in your cells, then you cannot feed off the sun. In fact, the sun will harm you, right? So it's like the only way for that species of people, or that species of that entity, or whatever, you know what I mean, the only way they could survive is if they integrated into the normal bodies, the normal avatars that are native here. Okay? That's the only way they could last so long in this world. Like, maybe they knew, they, like the very first species that to inhabit, they know they weren't going to last very long, but they knew if they could get a host, if they could get into the bloodline, then their lineage would last on. They might not, the very first people might not have lasted on, but the people in the lineage, they're still kind of there because their ancestors are still there, right? So that's why they needed to integrate into the bloodline. That's why the business of slavery, because slavery was a business, the business of slavery was so necessary. They needed bodies to harvest, not only to do work on the physical plane, but just the act of regeneration, the act of having babies is the way to continue a lineage, or to continue a bloodline on this realm. And that's also why there's so much infatuation with the black people, black ancestry, black culture. That's why, I'm sorry, it's very, very, very prevalent everywhere in pop culture and media in other countries, other civilizations, China, Japan. There's J-pop and K-pop, and it's like, where did it all originate from? Why is there so much attention around the black people? Why does everybody want to get into this lineage? Why are all the Kardashians trying to get into this lineage and show everybody in the world, get into this lineage? Why? Because this is how these entities are going to be able to continue. Okay, and I'm not throwing shade to people who are not of melanated descent. I really think like this just is what it is. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Maybe this is not profound. Maybe y'all already came to this conclusion, but I really can see why they needed the business of slavery to happen, because in that way, it is, you know, getting into the bloodline. So I don't know if that makes sense to anybody, but that's kind of a realization I just got when I was thinking about melanin 666, um, and how melanated people thrive in the sun, but non-melanated people are hurt by the sun. But this planet is fed by the sun, so we can't not have the sun. So it's like obviously this entity or this species is foreign or recessive to this field, right? And so now it makes sense why they want to integrate into the melanated bodies. Let me know what you guys think. Yeah.